Shalom, my brother. I'm Juan from the Great Millstone Camp, Philadelphia, giving all praises to the honor to Yahweh Shem Shah, Rashun Kakadash, double honor to the elders, elder apostles, and bishops, and the Shalom and salutations out there to the hopeful elect. All right, so he's going to just jump into it. This is part 2 of E and Saturnalia. Hold on for a second. All right, back, Salakia. All right, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. This is I'm gonna read this over here. It says, "Happy Saturnalia. In the pre-Christian era, as the winter solstice approached and the plants died, pagans, which you people are today, brought evergreen boughs into their homes as an act of sympathetic magic intended to guard the life essences of the plants until spring. This custom, appropriated by, was later, this custom was later appropriated by Northern Europeans, and eventually it becomes the so-called Christmas tree." Which again, the Christmas tree goes all the way back to Babylon. Okay, it's a worship of a man's genitalia, aka a penis. It's a phallic symbol. Okay, it goes back to Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. Okay, and I'll probably go into that story in another video, but that's where it goes back to. This Saturnalia. Again, it goes back to Babylon. And in this video, you're going to find out it's also associated with Edom. Okay? It says Saturnalia, held in mid-December, is an ancient Roman pagan festival honoring the agricultural god Saturn. Just like today, this what you're doing goes back to Rome, okay, because this is the revival or the new Roman Empire, man, America. It's a wicked kingdom, okay? What you celebrating has nothing to do with the God of the Bible or his son, whom you people call Jesus Christ, okay? Is associated with paganism, Satan, witchcraft, okay, Wicca. The left-hand side says, what is Saturnalia? Saturnalia, the most popular holiday on the ancient Roman calendar, and the word calendar goes back to Rome, okay? Just like today, what's the most popular holiday? This time, okay? The end of the year, Christmas, aka Saturnalia, or the winter solstice. Especially the practice of offering gifts or sacrifices to the gods or idols, okay? You people worship idols. You're not worshiping the Most High or Jesus Christ. You're worshiping idols. Okay? So real quick. This is Psalms 96. I'm gonna go to 4. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh is great and greatly to be praised, for he is to be feared above all gods." And guess what? You people don't fear the Lord, man. You fear these other gods, man. Or you worship these other gods, man. AKA you worship ye know not what. It says, "For all the gods of the nations are idols." Okay, Janus. That's an idol. That's a false god. It's a false deity. Okay, it's not in either way or in the slightest associated with the Most High, man. That's on the left hand side, man. It says, but the Lord made the heavens. Okay? The Most High made the heavens. It has nothing to do with idolatry or what you people worship. It says, again, Saturnalia, the most popular holiday on the ancient Roman calendar, just like today, derived from older forming related rituals of midwinter and the winter solstice, especially the practice of offering gifts or sacrifices to the gods during the winter sowing season. The pagan celebration of Saturn, the Roman god of agriculture and time, began as a single day, but by the late Republic, 133 to 31 BC, it had expanded to a week-long festival beginning December 17th. And then today it's like, I guess, the 23rd, and like the children have they get off of school until like January something, you know, because they observe this this holiday, man. It's very popular, just like back then in Rome. And this is again the revival of the Roman Empire, aka America. Rome is not talking about Italy today, man. It's talking about America. The Roman Empire today is America. It says it had expanded to a week-long festival beginning December the 17th on the Julian calendar, which the Romans used at the time. Now we use the Gregorian. The winter solstice fell on December the 25th, which is what? Also the day of Mithras, okay? Which is basically Nimrod. Thanks to the Roman Empire's conquest in Britain and the rest of Europe from the 2nd century BC to the 4th century AD, and this suppression of older seasonal rites practiced by the Celts and other groups, today's Western cultures derive many of their traditional celebrations of midwinter from Saturnalia. Okay, that's what you worship, man. Okay, just like this person down here, most likely a witch. Happy Saturnalia instead of saying Merry Christmas. Okay, again, it has nothing to do with Christ, and the Lord himself, like I said in the first video, did not celebrate his birthday. That's completely off. Okay, the Israelites did not celebrate their birthday, and again, you people, Jesus Christ, whom you people call, did not celebrate his birthday, nor made it a holiday. You adopted that from paganism. It says that the Christian holiday of Christmas especially owes many of its traditions to the ancient Roman festival. Okay, so again, this is Rome all over again, including the time of year Christmas is celebrated. The Bible does not give a date for Yahushua's birth, which it was during the springtime. In fact, some theologians have concluded, well, it says right here, he was probably born in spring. So the 2/3, man, especially you Latin tribes, man, like, come on, man. Your conscience is seared with a hot iron. You cannot tell Jake this information, man. You will be in an endless debate. Our people rather be wrong than right, man. They got a heavy demonic spirit on them, man. And guess what? If you still in that, if you are an Israelite in 2024, okay, and you still celebrate Christmas, it may not be any hope for you. Because there is no way you don't know this information by now. When it's literally in your face. This is publicly on Facebook. Okay? Publicly. Knowledge is readily available for you to know these things. But yet, you Israelites, you still worship the devil, man. You still haven't found out. Even if you did find out, you're not, you don't care that you're Israelites. Many of you Israelites that know that you're Israelites, you still celebrating these customs, man. Or keeping these customs, knowing damn well you're going off, man. You know? And the Most High is going to cut you Israelites off, man, when that day comes. It says, as suggested by references to shepherds and sheep in the nativity story. Was there correct? The Lord was born during the time of spring, and again, he did not celebrate his birth. It says by the 4th century AD, this is when Jacob was ruling, Western Christian churches, or they call it the Christian Roman Empire, settled on celebrating Christmas on December the 25th, which is the worship of idols, man. Okay, another god, man, which that's a sin according to the Bible, man. Let me get that real quick. That's the first law. This is the 10 Commandments, Exodus 21:1. It says, "And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee, the Israelites, out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage," which is today would be America. Okay? The word Egypt means bondage. It says, verse 3, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Okay, and guess what you're doing? You out there at the clubs, you in the churches, or you just celebrating this. And first of all, it's not the New Year. The New Year starts in the springtime, man. Okay, we are in the dead of winter. You're worshiping death. But again, you're breaking the Lord's commandments. It says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Okay? Again, January goes back to the so-called Roman deity, Janus. Okay? The two-headed deity, man. Okay? Representing the past and the future. Okay, the past being this year and the future being the next year, or 2024. And then again, the word calendar goes back to Rome. And there's so many, information to bring out to just correlate Rome and America. Because most of the customs here in America go back to Rome, which is an Edomite rulership, or Idumean rulership. It says, "Thou shalt not make thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." Now they'll get mixed up on this, that we can't draw it. Like, what the hell are you talking about? You're not supposed to make an image and worship it. Okay, this says it right here. "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I am especially the likeness of an idol that the heathen worship." Okay? "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me." Okay? partaking in these customs, you obviously hate the Lord. It says, all that hate me love death. And our people, the 2/3 are corrupted. They have gone astray. They rather believe in the lies than tell the truth or keep the truth or know the truth. They rather do evil. Follow not a multitude to do evil. But yet, you got many Israelites all over the world that's celebrating this pagan holiday, man. And you got heathens around the world doing the same thing. You as an Israelite, if you know you're Israelite, you're not supposed to keep these high holy days that or these heathen holy days, man. You're supposed to keep, when you get on a level, the holy days of the Lord, okay? And it says, by the 4th century AD, Western Christian churches settled on celebrating Christmas on December the 25th, and a lot of you people don't even know this at all, especially the 2/3. To this day, man, it's insane. 2024, man. It says, which allowed them, our people are, the 2/3 are completely under Satan, man, which allowed them to incorporate the holiday with Saturnalia and other popular pagan midwinter traditions. Again, you're not celebrating or you're not, keeping God's commandments. You're keeping the traditions of men, okay? You're worshiping Satan, or you're practicing witchcraft, and you don't even know it. But guess what? There is no excuse for you not to know, man. Okay, the word or the sound has gone out throughout the earth, man. Okay, there is no excuse for you not to know this information. It says pagans and Christians coexisted not always happily during this period, and this likely represented an effort to convince the remaining pagan Romans to accept Christianity. But guess what? Christianity is nothing but paganism. Okay, that's all it is. Remaining pagan Romans to accept Christianity as Rome's official religion. Before the end of the 4th century, many other traditions of Saturnalia, including giving gifts, singing, lighting candles, feasting, and merrymaking, had become absorbed by the tradition of Christmas, as many of us know them today. So really, what are you doing? You're celebrating the feast of Saturnalia, man, or the festival of Saturnalia. Okay? Idolatry, man. Worshiping other gods, man. Like I said, paganism was incorporated into Christianity, and Christianity is nothing but paganism. It's just under the guise of you worshiping Christ, which you're not. You worshiping Satan. It's like we read earlier in the first video, with all deceivableness. This is part of it, man. You people not realizing you're worshiping Satan, man. All right, now, as I was on Wikipedia, going to this the debaucherous feast. Before I do that, let me pull this out real quick. too. Bring this one out too. This is I'm gonna go read this one first. This is Saint Mark chapter 7:7. I'm gonna go to verse 6. And it says, he answered and said unto them, well hath Isaiah prophesied unto you hypocrites, talking about Israelites, as it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips, just like with so-called Christmas, thinking it's about Christ, but their heart is far from me. Okay? Howbeit in vain do they worship me. You worshiping the Most High in vain. Again, this day, we was 12/31/2023, has nothing to do with the Most High or His Son at all. It says you're worshiping this holiday of the heathens in vain, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. These are commandments of men, not the Most High, man. For laying aside the commandment of God, okay, you're not celebrating any or holding any of his feasts or customs. You're celebrating the commandments of men, okay, or traditions of men. Ye hold the tradition of men as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do, like Saturnalia. And he said unto them, full well ye reject, and he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandment of the Most High, man, that ye may keep your own tradition. Like Jake adopted, traditions of the heathen and also the superstitions and everything else, man. They full well reject the commandment of the Most High, man. It says, with bitter irony. Yeah, with bitter irony, man. That's why the Lord, he called them hypocrites. It says, it's Colossians 2:8. It says, beware. Let me look at this word. Discern, perceive or recognize something. Okay, and this is the word bleepo. Bleepo. And the other word was kalos. Kalos. Wait, let me see something.
Strong's G 2573, kalos.
Okay, kalos. Kalos. And this word over here, bleepo. It says discern for the word beware. Discern. Our people don't have discernment, man. They don't have proper judgment, okay? Sagacity, perspicacity, okay? It says observe, to discern mentally. They don't have this. To see with the mind's eye. They don't have it. The third eye is closed, man. It says to consider, contemplate, to look at, to weigh carefully, examine. They haven't done any research. It says to take heed. They don't have a sight. Okay? They don't have it. It says to be possessed of sight. Have the power of seeing. They don't have it because the Lord blinded their ass, man. And they don't even know how horrible that is, man. But they're gonna find out when they get judged because of this, man. Because of their blindness, man. It says my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. Okay, you got Jakes right now blasting their guns in the air, partying. You know what I'm saying? Or giving in the marriage. Committing lewd acts. Participating in the debaucherous affairs. They out there clubbing. Etc., man. They given unto their lust. Or they're just observing this day as a holiday, man. This is just another day, man. This is not a high holy day of the Lord's, man. This is the following after the heathen, man. This is paganism, man. It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach Yahushua or Christ. And this is 1 Peter 4:3. It says, I'll go to verse 1. For as much then as Hamashiach suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, that he no longer shall live in the rest of his time in the flesh of the lust of men, but to the will of the Heavenly Father. For the time past of our life many may suffice us to have worked the will of the Gentiles, when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. Okay, aka Saturnalia, man. And all these different holidays of the Roman Empire, aka America. This is the most popular, just like back then in Rome. The end of the year was the most popular, man, holiday. Back then it was Saturnalia. This time it's called Christmas and New Year's Eve, which is again nothing but paganism. It's the word lasciviousness. I'm gonna just let this pronounce it.
Strong's G 766. As El Gaya. As El Gaya.
As El Gaya. Okay, unbridled lust, excess, licentiousness is lacking legal or moral restraints, disregarding sexual restraints, man. So you got men with men, women with women. You got orgies happening right now. All kinds of madness. Lasciviousness. Okay? a lust or lewd quality, the quality of arousing sexual desire. Wantonness, outrageousness, shamelessness, insolence. Okay? It says down here, it's saying the same thing. But this was going on back then, and it's going on today. Okay. Okay. This is for the word wine is drunkenness. One nof logia lo ie. Let me see this word too.
Strong's G 3632, oinophalugia, oinophalugia.
Oinophlogia. Oinophlogia. It says drunkenness. It says an overflow or surplus of wine, i.e., benevolency, drunkenness, excess of wine. And this is for the word 2970. Revelings. Komos. It says a revel, carousal. I don't know why I didn't get that word. It says, which I mean, they partook in like debauchery. It says the act of celebrating and enjoying yourself, usually by drinking, and that's what you do during what? New Year's Eve, man. Okay, you get drunk and you get wild, man. You party and you bullshit, and you lose your damn mind, man. And it says the act of celebrating and enjoy, just like the what you got in New York, man. That's Saturnalia, man. Okay. It says down here is a wild drunken party or celebration. That's what they doing. All around the world, that's what they doing, especially here in America. It's more popular here in America. Why? Because America is the new Roman Empire, man. AKA Babylon the Great, AKA Sodom and Gomorrah, AKA Egypt, etc. Is all the kingdoms, amalgamation the kingdoms into one, man. The kingdom of the Edomites. It says down here a nocturnal, and which is at night. Is it not? Is at night. And riotous, it said riotous is what? Involving public disorder. Just like these people are becoming more and more unhinged, man. More and more rebellious, man. You know? More and more terrible. More and more wicked. So ain't no telling what might happen tonight, man. You know? Might be a lot of dead bodies, man. Might be a night of judgment. This might be the last so-called normal New Year's, man. It says a nocturnal and riotous procession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows who, after supper, parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus or some other deity, which today would be Saturn, okay? Or Mithras, and sing and play or the other gods that they worship or idols before houses of male and female friends, hence used generally of feasts and drinking parties that are protracted till late at night and indulge in revelry. Okay, it says revelry, lively and noisy festivities, especially when these involve drinking a large number of alcohol. And that's what you do today. Again, this all goes back to paganism, man. And this is what we were permitted not to partake in, okay? This is a transgression. And this is following after the ways of the heathen. Okay? It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering. This is like constantly having sex, and wantonness, which is being undisciplined, not in strife and envying. This is Galatians 5 and 21. It says, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like. Again, these are customs of the heathen. Okay? Of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Okay, so if you observing or you partaking in these revelings, okay, if you still following, this so-called New Year's Eve or these, if you celebrating Thanksgiving, okay, if you celebrating Christmas, you're not going to inherit the kingdom, man. It's simple as that. If your mind is still under Satan's authority, you're not going to inherit the kingdom, man. Okay? These revelings that you're partaking in has nothing to do with the Most High, man. Okay? It's not righteous. Or simply put it, it's not of the Most High, man. But you people are wicked as hell, man. I'm talking about you 2/3. You're going to continue to do so, but guess what? The Most High is going to get rid of you. It says you will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. Okay? You're not going to make it in the first round. You're going to have to come back. Okay? You got to be reborn into the kingdom, man. Okay? But you had a chance to be reborn spiritually, but you rejected the knowledge of the Heavenly Father, man. You didn't discern. You didn't consider. Okay? You didn't have the spirit to see, man. Because the Most High blinded you. So let me go over here. So I'm gonna just go to the point. So as I was reading, this is on Wikipedia, Saturnalia, right? This look like a Jake. They try to take the nose off. Then you got Jake down here as well from Pompeii. Look at that. This is Jake's right here, man. Israelites following at the heathen customs. Okay? I mean, I can read some of this, but we're gonna go right to the point. I'm gonna read this though. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna just go to the point. All right, here we go. It says Jewish. When you scroll all the way down on the Saturnalia page, it says M. Avada, Avodo, Avada, Zara, lists Saturnalia as a feast festival of the Gentiles. Now let's bring out a scripture real quick. I meant to get this earlier. This is satire on idolatry. Jeremiah 10:1. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord, which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them." Okay? So going back over here, it says Saturnalia is a feast or festival of the Gentiles. Okay? It says what? Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen or the Gentiles or other nations, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of man's, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. AKA Christmas. Okay, again, which has nothing to do with Christ, is paganism. It says they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. Okay, it's an idol, or AKA a phallic symbol. Okay, the Christmas tree is nothing but a phallic symbol. All right, going back over here, it says, along with the calends, which is the word calendar, of January, and Cratisis, B. Avada, Zara records that Hannah B. Rava said Calends begins 8 days after the winter solstice and Saturnura. begins 8 days before the winter solstice. Hananel B. Hu Sha'al, followed by Rashi, claims 8 days before the solstice their festival was for all 8 days, which slightly overstates the Saturnalia's historical 6 day length, possibly to associate the holiday with Hanukkah. Okay, so basically, Saturnalia is the opposite of Hanukkah. Okay, which Saturnalia is on a complete left hand side, man. And it says what? In the Jewish, it's like in the Jerusalem Talmud, Avada Zarah claims the etymology of Saturnalia is Shana'a. I might be mistaken. Ta ma wana, if I'm not mistaken. It says hidden hatred. You see that? And refers to the hatred Esau, whom the rabbis believe had fathered Rome, harbored for Jacob. Okay? So they saying that Saturnalia goes back to Esau, okay? Or Esau's hidden hatred, which is plausible because Esau hides his hatred for Israel today. So I can stop right there, and I got way more information to bring out. And this is going into Psalm 64. It says prayer for deliverance from secret enemies, which is who? This the Edomites, the hidden hatred. Okay? It says, hear my voice, O Most High, in my prayer preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection. That's Second Ezra 16, of the workers of iniquity. Okay, these is talking about the Edomites. I'm gonna jump down to verse 8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay, and Esau, he's exposing himself, man. This is a great exposure. They're equating Saturnalia with Esau's hatred for his brother Jacob. And we read that Saturnalia is basically the equivalent of Hanukkah. But Esau, he's on the left hand side, man. It says, let Satan stand at his left hand, or at his right hand. Now, this is a web page, the Contemporary Torah. And this is a commentary Jerusalem Talmud, the same thing I read in Wikipedia. It says Jerusalem Talmud, Avada Zerah. It says Saturnalia, hidden hatred, hating, taking revenge, preserving hatred. This is what you say Esau hated Jacob. Rabbi Isaac ben Rabbi Eleazar said in Rome they call it Synod of Esau. Okay, and again, they associate, which obviously it is true. The Edomites are associated with Rome. Okay, the Romans that ruled the Roman Empire were Edomites, and Esau today is ruling the new Roman Empire, which is America. Just like the Greeks were who? That ruled the Greek Empire. Like you got notable names, Alexander the Greek. He was what? An Edomite. Okay? His men that he had rule under him were Edomites, okay? Those are the people or the descendants of Esau, okay? They didn't call themselves Edomites. Why? Because they don't want to be who they are, man. They conquered a race of people and they took their name, okay? Just like today, Esau, he conquered us, and what does he call himself? A Jew. It's the same thing. Nothing new under the sun, man. Okay, Esau, he would say that he's everybody, but he won't say he's an Edomite. Because he doesn't want that information to get out of who he really is, man. Which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. The wicked. Got some more information. This is from the webpage Judaism in Rome. Says rethinking Judaism's encounter with the Roman Empire. This is under Roman festivals. It's for Jerusalem, the same thing that I've been reading. Roman festivals. We're dealing with Saturnalia. I'll read this. This is Saturnalia. This religious festival honored Saturn and was celebrated from December 17th to the 23rd, thus signifying the close of the Roman year. Just like today, the same thing. The close of the Roman year is in December. With the end of it is New Year's Eve. Which is none other than Saturnalia. It was the occasion for the most unrestrained merrymaking by all classes of society. So they just basically were just wicked as hell, man. The festival included sacrifices, feasts, exchanging gifts with friends, and carnivals. Okay, just debauchery, lewdness. The Saturnalia also included a break with social norms and role reversals within the Roman hierarchy. For example, masters would serve their slaves at meals. And we're going to jump down. It's a lot of information in here, a lot of bones, a lot of meat, but we're going to jump down. Okay, down here. So section C concludes with a discussion on the nature of the Saturnalia and the meaning of his name. The Talmud defines Saturnalia as hidden hater or hatred, explaining it as an acronym of the Hebrew statement, he hates of vengeance and reserves his anger, in reference to Esau's animus or hostility toward his brother Jacob. In rabbinic text, the name Esau had become an epithet for Rome. An epithet is what? An adjective or descriptive phrase expressing a quality characteristic of the perfect person or thing mentioned. Therefore, Saturnalia is linked to Rome's hatred of Israel, Jacob. To support this view, the Talmud cites the verse, now Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing with which his father had blessed him. And Esau said to himself, the days of mourning for my father are approaching, then will I kill my brother Jacob. The biblical passage conveys the murderous hatred that Esau harbors towards Jacob, which they still had today, and his plan to suspend his revenge until their father died and the period of mourning had ended. I might go into all this in another video, but it's a lot of meat in this, and it's a lot of bones. So I'm gonna jump to this. It says, this is the Torah.com. Why Rome is likened to a boar or pig? It says the Romans were baffled as to why Jews would not eat pork, an idiosyncrasy that became the subject of speculation as well as ethnic humor. In response, Jewish texts highlight the way the hated Romans remind the rabbis of pigs and wild boars. Yeah, and in this article, forget where it's at, it tells you that the Romans, they love pork, just like today in America. They love pork, and they've got our people under that damn spell. But they can't stop, or they just love pork, man. That's why, like, you told Jake you don't eat pork, they look at you like you got like 10 heads. Because our people adopted the ways of the heathen. Oh, here it go. Roman are pigs and boars. It says the Romans considered pork to be a cultural delicacy, and they consumed pork more than any other meat. Just like I said today, in America, it's the same thing because what America is Rome, or the new Roman Empire is America. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It says, as a consequence and as a response to the negative attention which Romans gave to Jews, which the Romans are Edomites, and the Jews back then were the Israelites, which today are the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, these Jews was basically Judah, Benjamin, and Levi during this time. It says, as a consequence and as a response to the negative attention which Romans gave to the Jews about the abstinence from this delicacy, the Jews associated Romans with indulging in and even embodying pork. Indeed, a number of Mishrashic texts associate Rome with the boar. For example, the 5th century Midrashic collection known as Genesis Rabbah offers a homiletical explanation for why Esau married at 40 based on its exegesis of Psalms 80. The Psalms speaks of the extreme devastation suffered by Israel, using the metaphor of Israel as a vine, and asks the Most High to restore what the people have lost. And that's what the prophets always done, man. You know, they will always call upon the Most High to restore, you know, our nation. And this is Psalms 80 and 9. It says, you brought a vine out of Egypt, you drove out the nations and planted it. Why then have you broken down its walls, so that all who pass along the way pluck its fruit? The boar from the forest ravages it, and all that move in the field feed on it. Who is the wild boar who ravages the Jewish vine? The implicit answer is Esau, which they're absolutely correct. You see, they cause their tongues to fall upon themselves, man. But yet they're trying to hide from who they are. It says, whom the rabbis associate with Rome. Okay, so the Romans were Edomites. Okay, since it is Rome that destroyed Judea, and which rules over the land in a time of Darshan. Just like today, they rule over us today. The Edomites. Okay, again, Rome today is America, and you celebrate the same festivities. Okay, you worship the same entities, man, or so-called false deities. Okay, you have the same customs, the same learning or education. Okay, because this is the Roman Empire. and it has goes into a lot, but I'm gonna just stop right there on that. Yeah, I'm gonna just stop. Yeah, I'm gonna just stop the video. Hopefully, this is edifying. I'm gonna do another part to this. Hopefully, pretty soon. Till next time, I say shalom.